Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, hello, how are you? My name is Gina, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you a bunch of plants. So these are plants that I have uploaded in my plant shop, and if you don't know, in addition to running this YouTube channel, I also run an online plant shop found at thepinktrellis.com, where I sell propagations from many of the plants that you see right here on this channel. Every week I sell them in my plant shop. And so this video I'm going to show you what was uploaded in the plant shop for the week of August. What's the date? I don't even know. I am losing track. The days just go by so quickly. So I think today is the 7th. So perhaps it is the 8th. Yeah, because I film the day before I load them into my shop. So I think it's for the weekend of August 8th, Friday. So the plants launch in my shop at 8:15 a.m. Mountain Time. And some things go quickly, some things don't. So anyway, I'm going to show you a bunch of plants here, and you may or may not find them in my shop. Hopefully you will. Yeah, so I have a lot of Hoyas, and I have some Dischidias, and I have some other things. So let's start out with a Dischidia. So this here is a Dischidia tonsuensis, and I always say, well, this is my favorite Dischidia. I love the shape of the leaves on this one and the little dimple. Just love that little dimple in the leaves. And just the shade of green is just really pretty. It's a really pretty plant. And it gets pretty big. So I have my mother plant is like right here. And she is growing so big and so beautifully. Yeah, so Dischidia tonsuensis. Now, you may not be in the market for buying plants, which is okay. It's totally okay. I do this more because for me, it's just fun to look at plants, look at different types of plants. So, I mean, yeah, you don't have to be in the market for buying plants. You could just enjoy looking at some plants with me, hopefully. So, Dischidia tonsuensis. All right, next up, another non-Hoya. Usually I have like a ton of Hoyas to show you. And I shouldn't say a ton. It's not a ton. But there are more Hoyas in here than anything else. But we're starting out with 2 non-Hoyas. But I think everything else after this is a Hoya. So yeah, everything else should be Hoyas. But this is a Thai pink lipstick plant. Scientific name, Chinghensis. Chinghensis Thai pink. It gets the beautiful pink flowers that look like lipstick tubes. So you have your tube, and then you have the little thing that pops out. That's the lipstick. That's what this reminds me of. I wonder if that glare from that light is like way too much. That's a bad thing about glasses. When you're trying to film videos and you get the glare from lighting. Anyway, I digress. Chinghensis Thai pink lipstick plant in this week's plant shop update. Very pretty. And you're going to see, okay, I'm just going to tell you guys right now. I have a houseplant tour coming out on Sunday in 2 days from when you're watching this right now. Houseplant tour. My one and only, most likely, the houseplant tour of 2025. And you're going to see the mother plant of this, what this one came from. It is huge. It is so big. It has grown so much this summer. It's just pretty crazy. So anyway, if you watch my houseplant tour on Sunday or whenever, in the near future, if you watch it, you can see what this could be at some point, what this could become. So yeah, let me hold it still. Someone asked me if when I'm doing this, if I could just hold it still for a little bit so they can screenshot So I'm holding them, if you see me holding them still for a little bit as we're filming, it's because it was requested by someone who wanted to be able to screenshot the plants to save for the future. So I have to remember to do that. All right, first Hoya for you guys. So this here, this is Hoya Bella, Louis Bois, and this is the one that is the inside variegation. So the variegation is on the inside of the leaves. So you have your little darker margin on the outside. A beautiful plant. This one has 4 growth points. We have this one, this one, this one, and this one. Hoya Bella Louis Bois. Cutie. Next up, this is Hoya Pandera, and this is Splash. Hoya Pandera Splash. So this one, I actually propagated this one from a Pandera Silver, and I guess it would be considered like it is reverted. So it's reverted to Splash. So my mother plant is up here, which I don't think you can see, but even my mother plant has reverted a little bit. It's got one growth point that's keeping the silver, and then another growth point that's like splashing. It's doing the splashy thing. So it's still a beautiful plant. And who knows, it might pop out a silver stem in the future, but currently it is just splashy, which again is gorgeous. It's still beautiful. So that's Hoya Pandera Splash. I have a large leaf for you. It is so quiet in here because I turned everything off because I was having issues with the filtration system, the exhaust, like the exhaust to the outside, my fans. It was like interfering with the microphone, like it was trying to pick up all that stuff plus my voice, and it was having issues. So I turned everything is off. It's like so quiet in here. It's like weird. It's like really weird. Anyway, I kind of like it. I'm going to do this again in the future. I think last time I turned a bunch of stuff off, but I still left one fan going, so there was still a little bit of noise, but there's nothing. There is nothing this time. Anyway, back to the plants. This here is Hoya Viola, or Viola, whichever you prefer, however you prefer to pronounce it. This is a larger leaf Hoya. It has really pretty, kind of has like some veining, a little bit. Yeah, it has veining. It's a thicker leaf, and this one, I love this leaf right here. Look at that splash. I like that. I really like that a lot. I think this is my last Hoya Viola. I got something in my eye. I think it's a hair. This is my last Hoya Viola for a while. I do have some more growing out, but this is my last one. So if you've been wanting to get the Hoya Viola, this might be your last chance. From me, this might be your last chance for a while. Other people sell plants. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one, so. But yeah, you can look at these plants, and if you can't get it from me, go out, go to Etsy, go wherever you can get it and grab it. So Hoya Viola. I have a new plant in the shop this week. Never before in the shop before. Never before in the shop before. Okay, Hoya Globulosa. And I think we might have propagated this one together. I can't remember. I feel like we did. Or at least I told you guys I did this. So it started out with these 2 leaves here, and I put out this growth point right here, and this is the newest leaf. I like to wait before I sell my propagations. I like to wait until I get at least 1 new leaf definitely until I get a growth point out of it. Let me hold this for my friend, Hoya Globulosa. Yeah, I like to hold them and not sell them until I have at least one leaf on the growth point, especially if it's like a variegated plant, because as you know, sometimes they revert. They don't do what they're supposed to do. Variegated plants will lose their variegation, like this Pandera silver is now splashy. Yeah, so that's why I like to wait, because I don't want anyone to be disappointed. So Hoya Globulosa, first time in the shop, and there's also new leaves up here. Cutie plant. These leaves do get bigger too. They do get like longer, so these are just younger leaves. And I have a little small leaf cutie. This is Hoya Rotunda Flora. And this one has the squarish, I guess, square, is that a square? Shape leaves. And there are two growth points on this one. We have this here, and we have this one here. Cute, real cute plant. Hoya Rotunda Flora. Did I hold that still long enough? Just long enough to get a screenshot for that person. All right, the next one has been in my shop before, but it's just kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's a weirdo, okay? It's extra special. This is an extra special one. So this here is Hoya Macrofila Snow Queen, which doesn't look extra special, right? But it is, because look at this leaf right here. Look at this craziness here. So this is a leaf that it like tried to split into two leaves. You see that? It's like this leaf here. This is a leaf here. And then it's like, they're like Siamese. It's a Siamese twin leaf. They're connected at the head here. Or something, I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of cool. I think it's cool. Look at how splashy this one is too. Really pretty. So here, okay, this is the new leaf. So after I propagated this one single leaf and node, it popped out the growth point, and it gave me the Siamese twin. And then here is this is where it's going to continue growing from. So it'll be cute. If whoever buys this, if you buy it, you'll get to see if it like tries to do something like this again. So pretty interesting, right? So this is Hoya Macrofila Snow Queen. That is the mother plant. That is how I purchased it. I believe they are now classified as latifolia. I still call it Macrofila because I'm stubborn. But it is a Snow Queen. Really pretty. All right, next up, I have one that has been in the shop before. So this here is gotta check the name because I don't remember all the names of these plants. I'm not that good. Some people are really good at it. I'm not that good at it. This is Hoya Companulada Splash. So this one, the neat thing about this one, if I remember right, it gets the most beautiful it gets really pretty flowers. So this is a thinner leaf, you see. It's a thinner leaf, kind of like thin, like the multiflora is thin, or the Coriaceae silver is thin, or the Dischidia is thin. It's a thinner leaf. It's a thinner leaf. And wow, you know what? I don't know what the Coriaceae silver flower looks like, but all the thinner leaf plants I mentioned all get really cool flowers, including this one. So yeah, just kind of interesting. I can't remember what the Coriaceae silver flower looks like though. But anyway, this is Hoya It's got a kind of a weird leaf right here that this is the original leaf I propagated from, but it gave me all beautiful, perfect leaves after that. And let's see, what is next? I have a Hoya Angarana. So this one has a growth pattern similar to, if you are familiar with Hoya Bella, you can see it's like, okay, it's a smaller leaf Hoya, very small leaf Hoya. See the very tiny little leaves on this one. And when it gets flowers, these guys, it comes out like right in between the leaves, like comes out right. And that's how the Hoya Bella blooms. That's how the Hoya Chinghensis blooms. All these that are just kind of like this growth pattern all bloom the same, and they get lots of flowers. Like some people are lucky and they get flowers out of each node, like each leaf node section, they'll get flowers. So Hoya Angarana. And this one has 1, 2, 3. Looks like 3 separate growth points on it. Next, I have one of my favorites, Hoya Kumingana, and this is the variegated version. So I always call this my happy plant because it just looks happy. They're just happy little plants. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. It's just something about it. I don't know if it's the shape of the leaves, maybe. They just make me smile. Variegation on this one is on the outside. Now, there is another version of this. So you have your plain green, which I actually have some plain green growing that I need to, they're getting really tall. I was thinking about putting those on trellises, yeah, I'll probably put those on trellises because they're getting like really, they grow pretty quickly. The variegated ones don't grow as quickly as like the plain green, which is common for most plants. But anyway, so there's this version variegated, and then there's also inner variegated, which I have. And it is growing beautifully, and yeah. Also kind of slower than the green, but actually a little faster than this version. Anyway, this is what I'm putting in my shop, and we have 2 growth points on this one. That's Hoya Kumingana variegated. And then I have Hoya Terra Splash. And you can see I love the shape of this plant. It's kind of teardrop shape, but it's like a larger leaf, so it's a larger teardrop. Yeah. It's a nice one. Nice plant. I like the splash on these guys. And it comes with the trellis. Is this the first trellis plant? I think it is. So if you go to my website and you see in the photos, almost always what you see is what you get. Unless I say that I have multiples and you'll get one that looks like this. Most of the time it's just what you see is what you get. So if you see a trellis, you get the trellis. So that is Hoya Terra Splash. All right, we completed that tray. Now we're moving on to another tray. I have here, this is Hoya Burmanica, and this is my bamboo plant. If you don't know, I always say it reminds me of bamboo leaves. I mean, it's bamboo. It looks like bamboo. And I know because when we lived in Southern California, we had bamboo all over our property, and it looked just like this. It's very cool. And this is a nice tall one. So yeah, and there's multiple growth points on this one. This is the longest one here. So we have one big long one, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one has 5 growth points. And that is why it is so full. Hoya Burmanica. Next up, I have had this plant in my shop before. However, I've never had it this big. I've never offered one this big. So this here is Hoya Sigilatis. Hoya Sigilatis. This is just your OG Sigilatis. It's not a silver version. Or I don't know if there's like multiple versions of Sigilatis, but this is the original. Look at how pretty it is. And it sun stresses. I don't know if that a little bit of sun stressing. I think it's just a newer leaf. So like the newer leaves come out kind of purplish, but then also the plant can sun stress purple. But this is a big one. So I have actually two big ones. I'm keeping one for myself and I'm letting one go. So again, you get the trellis, you get the little dragonfly clips, you get the big beautiful plant. Yeah, Sigilatis can be challenging for people, myself included. The only time I've really had success with it is keeping it in the grow tent, which is high humidity. So the higher humidity you can give this plant, the better it is going to do. That's Hoya Sigilatis. Next I have, this is Hoya Honey Pink. And this one is kind of a larger leaf. The leaves can size up on this one. I kind of consider this one more like a medium-sized leaf. It does have some veining, really pretty veining, and this one, it does have some splash, a little splashiness to it. And it gets, the best part, it's called Hoya Honey Pink because it gets pink flowers. So there's at least 2 that I'm aware of the Honeya's. There's the Hoya Yellow, which I have, which I haven't propagated that one in a long time. I need to do that. And then also the pink. And neither of mine have bloomed for me. So I have no idea. I only go by the photos, like what I see online. So even in like grow tent, high humidity, good lighting conditions, it hasn't bloomed for me. So maybe one day, I finally got my Quinervia to bloom for me. It gave me like three, it's above you guys, 3 peduncles up there. And they're pretty. I mean, they're just kind of white. And I didn't smell them. I should smell them, see what they smell like. Anyway, I digress again. Next up, I have a Hoya Pachylata Variegated. So this is outer variegation on the leaves. Not sure if this one comes with like inner variegation, but this is an outer variegated Pachylata. It gets beautiful flowers. Love the flowers on this one. Very pretty plant. Oops. I just kind of split the leaf a little bit. This one is it's got a lot of variegation on it. So sometimes like leaves like this don't stick around for long when they have so much variegation like that. But these that are just on the margins like this, these stick around. So this one's a little bit more fragile. So I kind of accidentally tore it a little bit. Sorry leaf. Hoya Pachylata Variegated. And we were talking about reverted plants earlier. So I am selling a reverted plant. So this here is Hoya Wilbur Graves. So you see I started out with a beautiful leaf here. And then this one was kind of half moony here a little bit. So these two were the original leaves, and the new growth that came out was entirely just splash. So it's still a gorgeous plant. Hoya Wilbur Graves. It just doesn't have, you know, a lot of silver in the pattern. That's not to say in the future it won't pop out some silver. You just never know. You know, it could pop out a new growth point down here at the soil level. And if it does, there's, you know, a really good chance it could be pretty silver like this, pretty silvery. But yeah, I'm pricing it accordingly because it is not currently doing what we want it to do. So, Hoya Wilbur Graves. Next up, we talked about Hoya Chinghensis just a little bit ago. Hoya Chinghensis. So this is a small leaf. It has a small leaf. Super cute. It's another one with almost heart-shaped leaves. Kind of teardroppy heart-shaped leaves. And this one has 3 main growth points here. And then another 4th one popped out on this stem. And it's a nice deep green coloration. And the reason I brought it up earlier is because I mentioned how the flower comes out. It can come out underneath each of these leaves. Like each node, each leaf can have a flower pop out on it. Hoya Chinghensis. Okay, so here we have Hoya New Guinea Ghost. This is Hoya New Guinea Ghost. Another kind of thinner leaf. Not quite as thin as the others, thin leafers, but still a little bit thin. But a beautiful silver color on this plant. And yeah, quite a few leaves on this one. Big growth point up here. Well, you know, it's one main stem. But I would guarantee you, yeah, I can see like a little nub here on one of these. Yeah, that looks like another growth point. Possibly. Might pop out of there. So anyway, it's a nice big tall one for you. Hoya New Guinea Ghost. All right, next I have another Hoya Bella. This is variegated, Hoya Bella variegated. And this one has the variegation on the outside of the leaves. So that is Hoya Bella variegated, and there are 2 growth points on this one. 1, 2, and it's really pretty. It's very pretty. Hoya Bella variegated. And then one final Hoya in this tent to share, and that is the Hoya Lithopidica, which is it has a nice shape to the leaf, and also a nice color. And also I kind of like the it does have like veining. You have to really look closely to see. Well, I think it shows up. It has the striping in it. And then the center, and I'm sure it has a name, the center seam here in the leaf. It's very distinct. It's you can really see it. Anyway, I just think it's nice. It reminds me a lot of Hoya Kumingana, which is my happy plant. Very similar growth pattern to that one. Hoya Lithopidica. Okay, so that's everything. That's everything here, but I do have some things I'm going to be listing that are going to be available, that are available or were available in the shop, but they're located in my other grow tent. So I'm going to sit right here, and you guys are going to go look. I'm going to show you, and then we're going to come right back here. After you see that stuff, we're going to come right back here. So yeah, let's go. Okay, this is tent number 2, and Here we have a Alocasia Frydek. This is the variegated version. I will have this in my plant shop for this weekend. Really pretty. Look at all the, they're like little, each leaf is like a work of art. So beautiful. And then I have a Monstera adansonii mint, variegated. Really pretty. Love the little holes in the leaves, the natural little holes. You know what? Right there. I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of looks like the Scream mask, kind of. The eyes at the top and the nose and the mouth here. You see that? I just saw that. This is a Anthurium. So this is a silver blush crossed with a Forgetii. So I was selling the Forgetii crossed with the silver blush. Same cross, only with this one, the silver blush is the mother. With the other one, the silver blush, or the Forgetii was the mother. So it's the same parents, it's just the mother in this one, in this case, is a silver blush. So I have one of those available. And I have a Syndapsis tricolor. Look at the beautiful coloration on these leaves. Really stunning. Cute little plant. I have this Begonia Gray Ghost. A cane begonia, pretty tall one, beautiful coloration on those leaves. I have a Syngonium lance leaf, another one. These leaves get really big and I love the patterning on these leaves. Syngonium lance leaf. I have a Begonia Sinbad, which has the beautiful pink veining and this like little white, tiny little white polka dots with the pink veining and the color green. It's just beautiful, beautiful plant. This one likes to flower a lot also. If you enjoy a flowering plant, Begonia Sinbad. All right. I didn't move. I didn't budge. What you saw just now, or just prior to this, I filmed like after this, later after this. It's movie magic. I don't have to go anywhere. I like actually doing it this way now, because before I used to I'd set up in this tent and I'd set up in that tent, and it just took so much time. And this is just so much easier, so much easier. I'm all about these days making life easier. Gotta make life easier. Don't make life difficult for yourself. Okay? Okay. Anyway, so you saw all this stuff, you saw those plants, and I think I might also be listing a Mandula pothos. It depends. I'm not sure how many I have here. I think I have 20 here in this tent I showed you. And I think there's, I don't know how many are in that other tent that I showed you, but I do have a Mandula that I could sell. So I'll probably stick that in the shop. And who knows? It could be, who knows? There might be something in the shop that I never even mentioned here. So yeah, go check it out if you are interested in buying plants, or if you're just curious. You can, go to my website and see all this stuff. And I think that's it. I think that is it. So some interesting plants this week. We have the weirdo plant. Beautiful, but weird. New stuff, the Globulosa. We have the big old Sigilatis option. And yeah, lots of fun stuff. So thanks you guys so much for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed seeing all the plants. Yeah, thanks. And if you make a purchase from my shop, thank you. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you have a great weekend, or a great week, or evening, or morning, whenever you're watching this. Yeah, just have a good one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.